everybody and happy summer! As you can see, I am outside filming. I don't know if you can hear me. There's wind, trees, nature. I don't like going outside, but it's summer and I'm home. Pineapple life. Today we are going to be recapping all the cool things that I got to do in April. My favorite things that I got to do in April, I should say. Without further ado, let's get into it. Numero uno on the list, we have Easter. That seems so long ago. Easter was on April 1st. So we had Easter in my family. We had my grandmother's birthday, because she was born on the 1st. We also had April Fool's Day, which we didn't celebrate. Normally there's always like a funny joke about like getting season tickets for the Cubs or something like that in my family. But no, we just had a nice Easter. I came home. On Friday, my parents came to pick me up and we did Stations of the Cross across the quad. So there were a lot of people. It was really cool. So if you go to U of I and you're practicing Catholic, you should do Stations of the Cross live. It's so much fun. Numero dos, my music life. I had 2 choir concerts and I went to 2 musicals. So my choir concerts, I had my spring concert with Illini Women, and then I had my final concert with Illini Strings and Illini Women, and that was in Krannert, so it was Bullinger Great Hall. We had the concert at. It was a lot of fun. Musical wise, I went to go see 2 musicals. One was a student production, as in there's an RSO on campus that just does musicals, so they do 1 musical per semester. So I went to go see The Heathers, which I had watched the movie before. It's a really weird movie, and so it was a really weird musical, but it's more like a rock musical, and it was on off-Broadway, I'm pretty sure. So it was pretty good. I liked it. It was funny. The music, yeah, the music is really, really catchy. So if you want to listen to The Heathers, look that up on Spotify. And for the second musical I saw, I went to go see She Loves Me at the Krannert Center. So that is an actual theater troupe that puts on the production. I went to go see it with quite a few of my friends, actually. And it was so funny. It was a comedy musical. It's a good end of the year musical thing to be doing. Okay, number 3, a lot of sweet things. Let's see, the first sweet thing. We had sweet professional pictures, which because I'm in Infomark and I handle the camera, got to help out the historians and take some pictures. And I also got my professional pictures done. So we did committee photos and professional pictures. That was a lot of fun. It's like seeing all the SWE members all dressed up in business professional. It's pretty cool. Next on the SWE radar, I did the SWE 5K. I practiced for it just a little bit. I would try to run a mile like 2 or 3 times a week, and then I just stopped doing that once exams started, but I still ran the 5K. It was fine. I think I ran it in 30 minutes, so that's like 10-minute miles, which isn't bad considering I don't run often, and I like didn't stop at all. I just kept a good steady pace, so I'm proud of that. Sweet scrapbooking, just another like committee stuff. I did scrapbooking, also had a bonding event where we painted mason jars, so kind of therapeutic things as like finals and 3rd midterms come around. It was a very nice thing to be doing, just to like relax and take my mind off of school for an hour or 2. Number 4, I just spent a lot of time, hanging out with my friends more. I made arepas with 2 of my friends in my department, so that was a lot of fun. I woke up early in the morning, went downstairs into the resident kitchens, and we just made arepas and had breakfast together. It was super fun. Oh my goodness, I also went to a Harry Potter murder mystery party. So that was a part of my LLC Whimsy, but it was so much fun. I was Bellatrix Lestrange. I was like, oh shoot, I'm Bellatrix. So everyone's gonna hate me. I believe Neville Longbottom was the one who was killed. So of course, all like eyes or fingers are pointing at me, but it wasn't me. It was kind of cool because there were 4 different rounds, so each round there's like something to eat, and like in between the eating you socialize during those rounds, so you're given a motive card. So how do you feel about receiving the news or the clues that you've gotten, and then what is your motive for this round? Who are you supposed to be talking to? How are you supposed to be acting? So it was really cool. I did my best with the British accent, but it was kind of hard to like stay into it when all my friends were there too, and then We're like, who are you trying to be? Are you trying to be your character or your real self? And it was just a lot of fun. I went to the Japanese garden, so that's located in the south of Urbana where I live, which is like a 10-minute walk. There's an arboretum, so there are multiple gardens, and one of them is the Japanese garden, and so they have cherry blossoms that blossom every spring. Well, if you live in the Chicagoland area or anywhere in the Midwest, you are well aware we did not have a normal spring. It was freezing cold, snowing, raining for weeks, and we were in April, and it just didn't make sense. So finally it warmed up and the cherry blossoms started to bloom. I went to go see it with a friend. It was so nice. Everybody was out. There were little kids out, other college students out, people just taking pictures, going on a stroll, going for a run. Very nice time. It was officially spring, I would say. 5. It was the Illinois Marathon. Woo! If you know or don't know, my dad ran when he was younger and when he was fit. My brother likes to run now, and so does my mother, and the two of them both run marathons. My mom has stopped running marathons. I think my brother might be in like a low, might get back up to it. They're at half marathons right now. But they run the Chicago Marathon, they have Forest Preserve, so marathons through there, the Columbus Marathon. I think my brother did the Cincinnati, the Pig. They have run quite a few marathons. So I don't run, as you can tell, with that 5K, but I love to go watch marathons because it's such a positive environment to be in. It's wacky because we're all up and it's like 7 o'clock in the morning and people are out running and everyone's cheering, and it's just a positive environment and it makes me so happy. So I went to the marathon by myself, which was a little like, it was weird at first when I was walking to the start, but then once I saw all the people and everyone running, I was like, it's totally fine. I went to the start of the marathon, I saw people running, super cool. There's a marathon, half marathon, 10K, 5K, and a mile. The mile and 5K were run the day before, and the marching band, people run with sousaphones. If you don't know what sousaphone, picture will be put up here. So people would run from the marching band, they'd run with their sousaphones, so they run the 5K, I believe, which is kind of crazy. I just followed the track. I did the start, went to the mile marker, I went to the 13-mile marker. So that's the halfway point for the marathoners. The tracks were not all the same, so the marathoners and half marathoners and 10Ks, they would like all split up. I was focused on more keeping track of the marathon runners. So I got to see the leaders. They were zooming by so fast. I stuck around. I would cheer on pace groups and stuff. And I actually saw one of my priests from my church running the marathon. At first I was just like cheering for the pace group, and I was like, oh wait, I know you. Oh yes, Father, keep going, good job, awesome. And then I went down to half a mile left for the half marathoners. It was a cool intersection. So you have the split off happening between the marathon and the half marathoners. They would split, marathoners would go down, and then like the half marathoners would have to like run a little convoluted thing around, and then they would go to the icon and like run to the football stadium. So I got a cool shot of like the whole thing. It was really nice. So as you know, I was following the leaders, the marathon. So I had the app, I was checking how they're doing, and I thought I was spending too much time in that cool circle roundabout thing where everyone was running that I missed them finish, or at least the leader, because I was like tracking his time. I was like, oh, it says what time he's gonna finish. So I tried going to the football stadium. Obviously I can't go through the one entrance where people are running, so I go out like right before they run into the stadium. And so I'm just watching. It's just like the 10Kers finishing and the half marathoners finishing. And then the pace like car pulls up, and I'm like, what's going on? And then I see 3 people sprinting it out like right before they get into the stadium. And I'm like, what? So obviously the leader had slowed down by whatever, I think it was a minute and a half ahead or 2 minutes ahead of the other two, but it was a dead sprint. And so I couldn't get in the stadium because I had my backpack, but I could hear over the intercom, and I saw on Twitter that it was actually a tie, so 2 other people crossed the finish line at the same time. I even went on the app, their bibs crossed at the exact same time. So like, talk about a marathon finish. That like is an actual race. Number 6, it was Mom's Weekend. So Dad's Weekend happens in the fall, Mom's Weekend happens in the spring. So my mother and my aunt came down to Champaign to visit. We went to go see a movie together, we went out to dinner. We went to a brunch. We went to a flower show, which was super fun because springs, moms, flowers, like that's perfect. And we went to go see the Black Chorus perform. U of I, there's like a whole bunch of things you could do for both dad's and mom's weekend. So it's kind of nice. I just picked out the things we like to do. Oh, we even saw a baseball game. Like there's so many things going on. So if your parents are ever coming down for like mom or dad's weekend, I just like look at the list. I kind of made a little itinerary. I like highlighted the things that I knew my mom and my aunt would like to do, and then I had them like pick, and we looked at the times, and I just went out to do it. We had time, my cousin, my sister, and I, we like had time, downtime to like do homework and study, and then go have fun. So it's a really nice weekend. And number 7, I got my Lean Green Belt certification. So you're like, what? Green belt? No martial arts, not that kind of green belt. The green belt's more of like the efficiency cycle in a system. As I study industrial engineering, doing things well and doing them fast and doing them right and knowing how to fix them is kind of what I'm supposed to be learning about. And there's a certification you can get. There are different ones. They're obviously different belts. I got the green belt, so in Lean certification. So I spent one of my weekends, so 3 days, woke up, we had to be there at 8 a.m. and then I think we got out around 4 o'clock-ish. But it was a full-on, you know, certification class. I was going, got a big binder from IISE, and I just learned it, took the exam, and I passed. I realized when you learn something and then you realize how it affects you outside in your everyday life. So I realized that my head coach from gymnastics, who owned her business, which was the gym, she was super lean in what she was doing in organization and keeping things going fast, and so they would never mess up, and if they did, she knew how to reassess it. So quite an efficient operation going on there. And just how I'm lean sometimes with how I organize things in my room, or just, you know, having a set schedule and things like that, how you just reassess things. Yeah, I got the certification, but this goes for anything in learning. So you learn something, but it doesn't really matter unless you apply it to your real life. So I'm just trying to, you know, do little things reminding me of, you know, being lean. I'm not gonna like pull out the big binder every time, but I learned some small tidbits. Like I reorganized my closet and everything has a place, and if you needed to go get something and I'm like, I need these pair of shoes, I could direct you perfectly to where they were because everything is now very organized. So little things like that, just like your closet, making it lean. So you just practice and practice. So that goes for anything that you learn. And, you know, repetition equals retention, right? So the more you practice, the better it'll be. And it's a lifestyle that you'll integrate, pretty much. That was my April recap for 2018. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry I'm uploading these very late, but I'm going to do more on top of it now that it's summer, because I have a lot of cool things to tell you about what's going on this summer and what's going to be happening. Oh my gosh, there's a bumblebee and I hear weird sounds. So we're going to wrap that up. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment down below, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time that I do a recap video or vlog, whichever it might be. Okay, bye-bye. Oh my goodness. And if you're still watching, comment down below what was the most fun thing you did this April. And it's not April right now, it's actually May, so if you want to throw in some May stuff too, just throw it in. Let me know. I want to see what you guys are doing too. Alrighty, bye bye for real.